Hi, this is Wayne Downey, and today we're on the campus of Riverside Community College in Riverside, California, home of the world champion WGI Fantasia and RCC Winter Drums. Stay tuned for some fabulous rehearsal footage of great marching band technique.
Please welcome our guest clinician for tonight, but also a member of our staff, our arranger, and a good friend. This is Wayne Downey.
I feel like a celebrity. Well, it's great to be back. You know, the first rehearsal here at RCC every year is very special because I see, a number of old faces and I see a lot of new faces. All right, and today what I'm going to do with you is work specifically on technique as well as some of the arrangements in the show. So we'll be specifically working on, right at the beginning of rehearsal, working on the custom band warm-ups. And I think we'll do Custom Band Warm-Up Volume 1 tonight. We'll cover a couple of the exercises. Now, I have a question for you, and this is the $5,000 question, and veterans cannot answer this question because you already know the answer. As a musical performer, what is the most important musical quality you have to succeed?
Air.
Air's close. Air actually creates what is most important. Anybody else? I like the fact that he had that hand up. He's not, yes. Air pressure also helps, create what I'm looking for. Yes, sir. Tone quality. Thank you.
Yeah.
Write that man a check, $500,000. Right. To be an incredible musician, to be a successful musician, to be a professional performing musician, you've got to learn to play with a characteristic quality of sound. So you always have to produce the best tone quality there is to succeed. And I'm glad somebody said air, and I'm glad somebody said air pressure, because what is the fuel of a great sound? What fuels? Just like gas, you can drive your car and fuel. What fuels a great sound or a great tone? Air. Okay? Without air and without the pressure of the air, you're not going to be able to create tone at all. Because tone is a byproduct of air and vibration. Vibration either of the membranes of the lips or a vibrating reed. But it's always air that creates tone. So what we're going to be working on today is how to create a great sound and how to apply those techniques of creating a great characteristic quality of sound to the exercises. And that's what really our focus is going to be today. And since we're talking about air and we're talking about air pressure, we'll also go over specifically some of the qualities of breathing that allows you to manipulate the air and the air pressure to create that great sound. All right? Let's just talk about breathing really, really quickly. Breathing is something you do all day, every day. Without breathing, what would happen? Bam! They're smart too. Yeah, exactly. You would die. So, and breathing is a voluntary and an involuntary muscle motion. Okay? And basically what that means is you can say to yourself, breathe, exhale, breathe, exhale. That's voluntary. You're really making yourself do it. The involuntary part of it is your brain saying to the muscles in the body, bring oxygen in. Bring oxygen out, because again, it's the oxygen flowing through your bloodstream to the other parts of your organs that really lets you function and be who you are as a human being. Okay? So really, when I talk about breathing, I want to talk about the natural breath that you take, because you take a natural breath all day long, and they're small breaths, small inhalations, ins. And the thing that's great about the natural breath is that it's a perfect breath, because there's no sense of tightness and of constriction in the body whatsoever. Your body, every part of the function of the breath, the lower abdominal muscles, the diaphragm, the throat, all the muscles and all of the musculature involved in breathing are totally relaxed, very elastic, and very pliable. And those words are really, really important because the better control you have over the musculature, the less constriction you have, the more accuracy and flexibility you're going to have in being able to manipulate that air to create that great sound. All right? So let me see how really smart you are. Now, I said your body involuntarily makes you breathe, and it's a natural breath. You also, during the course of the day, will take what I call the perfect breath. Does anybody know what the perfect breath is? Yes. Holy mackerel, you didn't tell me we had Mensa people in this band this year. Exactly, the yawn is the perfect breath. And what the yawn is your body's way, or your brain's way of communicating to your body. And what your brain is saying is, take a breath real quick, fall on the ground. You know, really, it's really your brain's way of bringing oxygen efficiently and quickly into the body for a particular reason of you don't want to have any sense of oxygen deprivation. Right? So what happens is your brain says to your body, you need air and you need it now. Your brain goes, now let's do that in slow motion. Okay. Look pretty weird, huh? But it's a great example of what you have to do in some instances to take a great breath. Look what happens to my mouth cavity and my throat. My throat expands, my mouth cavity expands, my lower abdominal muscles lower and lowers the diaphragm that brings in a volume, an incredible volume of air into your lungs, all right? And as a result, on the exhalation, that process reverses. The lower abdominal muscles squeeze up and in, the diaphragm raises, and the oxygen leaves the body. Okay? It is the most perfect breath. Now, obviously, you look pretty funny playing your instrument. You know, you can't open up the mouth as quickly as you need to, all right? But you have to learn how to use two varieties of breathing. Breathing through the nose, breathing through the mouth. But when you breathe through the mouth, obviously, you're not opening, dropping the jaw and opening it completely. But what you have to do is get that sense of open throat cavity without disturbing too much of the musculature that create and form the embouchure itself, okay? Now, to do that, I have a little exercise that I want you to all to practice with me, okay? Everybody take your right hand, and I want you to make believe you've got an egg, a raw egg in your hand, between your fingers, okay? Now, what I want you to do is tilt the head back just slightly, and I want you to take this egg, and I want you to put the egg in your mouth, all right, slowly, without breaking it, and I want you to swallow the egg. How many people broke the yolk? Nobody? Oh, a couple of you back there, okay. Basically what I'm trying to get you to do is feeling what this open throat feels like. All right, here's another way to learn how to do it. Take your right hand, everybody know your right? Okay, no, the other one, right, okay. Now, put it in front of your face. Now, I just want you to just blow air into it. What temperature is that air? Cool. We're in Southern California, so yeah, it's kind of, tepid, okay? When you're in Michigan, it's cold, okay? It's cool. Now I want you to make believe you're about 6 years old, you're at grandma's house, it's Christmas time, you're standing in front of the big glass pane window looking outside, and you're going to get a little condensation on there because you need to draw some pictures, right? Go. What temperature is that? Hot. Okay, now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to now think about what your throat feels like when you go like this, and what your throat feels like when you go like this. Ready? Cold air. Warm air. What does your throat feel like? Cold air. Warm air. Now, what is the condition or shape of your mouth when you use cold air? Try it again. Cold air. Now, condition of your mouth cavity when you're using warm air. Lots different, huh?